All right, how you guys doing? It's Fanatic Philly fan coming at you with another video. I have questions and I need answers, man. So please, if you watch this video, please leave a comment. Even if it's a little comment, I need answers. First things first, I just want to apologize. It was nothing I said really mean or nothing, but I just I had a real strong stance on the Jadeveon Clowney. Everyone knows. Shout out to all my fans, by the way. Well, I wouldn't call you guys fans, my subscribers. I respect you guys as individuals. I don't mean to call you guys fans. I'm not nobody special, but I appreciate everyone who watches my videos, however small my videos may be, or however many views, or however big. I appreciate everyone who watches them. One of the people that inspired me to make videos is Philly 500, man. I really look up to this man. I really like him. If you came from his channel, leave him a message and let him know to check out this video, because I want him to see it, because the beginning of this video is about him. I had a real strong stance on Jadeveon Clowney joining the Eagles. I was not in support of it, and Philly 500 really was. And every video he made, I kind of was not agreeing with it, not out of a anger standpoint or like I said, I really look up to the guy, man. And it's just the fact that I feel like he's kind of like a lower grade Brandon Graham. Like, he's never averaged double-digit sacks, and he's never made a big impact. You know, Brandon Graham doesn't get double-digit sacks all the time, but he has the most pressures, the third most pressures since he's been in the league. He touches the quarterback, even if it doesn't always translate into sacks. When I watch Jadeveon Clowney, he doesn't jump off the screen to me. Nothing he does. He's never had more than 8 sacks in a season, or 9. He's never had double-digit sacks. When he was coming out, people were talking about him being the next, Reggie White or something. Like, the hype around him was ridiculous, and he's never lived up to it. And yeah, they might have not given up a lot to get him, the Seattle Seahawks, but a third-round pick, somebody that, how many players blossom into great players? Marvin Harrison, perfect example. He wasn't that great when he first was on the Colts, but when Peyton Manning got there, and in his third, fourth, fifth year, he blossomed. Like, you never know. Maybe somebody that they did give up on their roster could have blossomed into a great player. And I just feel it's a position that's a strong position that we already are good at. Like, if we didn't have Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Michael Bennett, if we didn't, or not Michael Bennett, the other Bennett that we got, I'm having a brain fart, that we drafted, who I think is going to have a good year. I think Bennett is going to have a good year this year, not to mention that we got Sweat and all these other guys that are on the bench. We got a whole line full of people. That's like not what we needed, in my opinion, but I might have went a little too hard on my expressing that. I didn't say anything mean to my man Philly 500, I just was kind of every video making a comment that I don't know why you're saying this, we don't need that. And I didn't mean to hurt his feelings. So if I did, or if I came across, because that, like, 3 videos in a row, I just disagreed with him, and I agree usually with almost everything. But I'm a diehard Eagles fan, man, and I don't want us to waste our resources on something we don't need. I feel like this team doesn't have many weaknesses, but the D-line definitely is our strength. And if Jadeveon Clowney even averaged 10 sacks one time in his 4 or 5 years, then I would be more inclined, or had more pressures. But his pressures are low and his sacks are low, and he just doesn't make an impact. So I need answers in the comment section. Do you guys think that I was too hard on my man Philly 500? What do you guys think? Do you guys think we should have got Jadeveon Clowney? I really don't personally, but I could be wrong. Just because I'm a fan of somebody doesn't mean I'm a blindly just agree with everything. But that is my man. Much love. Shout out Philly 500, man. I love you. And I just didn't think we needed Clowney. And obviously the Eagles agreed because we didn't get him. And he wanted to come here. And we still didn't get him. He would have demanded top tier money. You want to give Jadeveon Clowney DeMarcus Lawrence money, and he's never had double-digit sacks? It just, I don't know. I strongly disagree with that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean I'm upset at Philly 500. I don't like him. Like, that's my man. He's the reason why I make videos, and he showed me so much love. But I just feel like we didn't need Jadeveon. That being said, what do you guys think we do need? We don't have that many weaknesses, but I feel like cornerback is still a weakness. We don't have a shutdown corner. We have decent corners. We don't have, and 2 of them are injured still. So it's not, I feel like that's still a need. We have so many corners on that we signed over the offseason and let go, and practice squad people. Like, I feel like that's still a position in need, because you got Ronald Darby coming off of an injury, and one of the worst injuries a cornerback could have is an ACL, and he's going to be our starting left corner or right corner. So What do you guys think about that? Are you guys comfortable? What about our linebacking situation? I feel like that's still a position in need. They played better in the preseason than I thought, but that's still preseason. When you get a game against Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, people who throw in the middle of the field constantly and barely run, we're going to have problems, man. I feel like. I think that's like, we don't have many weaknesses, but I feel like that's one of our weaknesses. I have questions that need answers, you guys. What do you think about jadeveon Clowney? Should we have gotten him? Do you think I'm wrong? I could be wrong. Tell me. What do you guys think about, our cornerback and our linebacker situation? I feel like most people would say that's our most position in need. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And if you guys watch Philly 500, give a shout out. Go on a video of his, comment, let him know to check this video out. Fanatic Philly fan has a lot of love for him, man. I'm just glad we didn't get jadeveon. Nothing against my man Philly 500. But let me know what you guys think. Also, last point, Tom Brady. I feel like this is going to be his last year. I could be wrong. A lot of people have been wrong. He's 42, about to be 43, still playing in the league. But did you see how much they played Stidham, the backup? Did you see how he was looking? Bill Belichick already tried to trade Tom Brady, man, or to move on from Tom Brady. And then Robert Kraft, Big Daddy came down and made them trade the backup that, Bill Belichick was going to start over Tom Brady. And you look at Jarrett Stidham in these playoffs, man, he's played well. And I know it's against, backups and stuff like that, but he did start with the ones and played against backups and a couple of starters on defense for at least a series. And he did good, man. I mean, the kid looks like fresh money, man. And he's a pretty boy like Tom Brady, too. I don't know, man. Tom Brady didn't play well in that Super Bowl. Let's all be real. He played horrible. I think it's safe to say it was one of his worst Super Bowls since his first one, where he luckily went there over the Raiders, and they screwed the Raiders over to get there. The Raiders definitely should have went to the Super Bowl that year, Tom Brady's first year, and they made a whole damn rule for Tom Brady. That pisses me off. What other quarterback gets rules made for him? And then after he got injured, that year that, Castle went 11-5, which is a really good record without Tom Brady. They went 11-5 without Tom Brady, Matt Castle. And Jacoby Brissett, I think, went 4-0 as a starter, or 3-1 or something like that. Like, do you really think that Tom Brady's all the credit for these Super Bowls, or do you think, Bill Belichick's more credit? I feel like Bill Belichick's the best coach of all time, in my opinion, and I feel like he'll prove that once Tom Brady leaves, because he'll still be coaching New England Patriots, best believe that, and they will still be a playoff team, and they still will. I mean, the division is so sorry, you could honestly throw Nick Foles in there, and he'd take you to the Super Bowl every year. I mean, all you got to do is beat Patrick Mahomes. Phillip Rivers going to fold every year. Big Ben's always fold up. Even when he had the best wide receiver, the best running back, he still folded up. You had Le'Veon Bell and you had Antonio Brown, a great defense for many years, maybe not so much the last few years, and you still only got, you got 2 Super Bowls, but I just feel like in a division where you only had to beat Tom Brady and deal with Peyton Manning for 2 years, you should have more rings. They talk about Big Ben like he's just this great franchise quarterback, and I think that with all the weapons he's had, he's underachieved. Kind of like Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers ain't had good coaching and good defense. Aaron Rodgers' playoff defenses have given up 40 points almost every single year. That's kind of hard to do. Big Ben's had a great defense, great coaching. He's had everything. And yeah, he's won 2 Super Bowls, but when you're in the, in the least conference, I feel like you should have got more Super Bowls, made more of your opportunities, especially with Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think this will be Tom Brady's last year? I think it will be, man. I think we're going to see Jarrett Stidham. If not this year, next year for sure. But I don't think he's playing until 45 like he wants. I think if Patrick Mahomes takes off and matures like he's supposed to, and he ends up keeping him out of the playoffs this year, I think we could have seen the last year of Tom Brady. So, New England fans, enjoy it while you can. Your little reign's about to come to an end. We're going to be the new Patriots. Real talk. Anyway, man, this is Philly 500. #1 fan. Don't forget that. So I might not agree on jadeveon Clowney, but Philly 500, I'm your #1 fan, man. I love you, man. You're the man. Thank you for the shout out. I appreciate all the subscribers you've helped me get, man, and all your support you've given me. Appreciate it, man. Let me know in the comments what you guys think.